The lawn care and landscaping side of our business has switched over completely to battery operated equipment, except for lawnmowers. I don't see the actual zero turns that we have switching over to battery anytime soon. However, it would be neat to try. I don't think that that's there yet. I'd like to give you my experience on switching from gas to battery, show you some of the things that we are going through in growing pains, just give you an idea of what's happening, and I welcome your comments below as to different brands, what you like, what you dislike, if you think this is smart, and if you think it's too much money. Totally open to listen to everything below. Maybe I'll learn something. With that said, our old equipment that we used to carry, Stihl B800X, BR800X. Absolutely love this, still do, still will carry this in the fall when we come down with leaves. I'll talk about that. We had a combi system because we'll switch this up every once in a while, but this is a KM131R, tons of power, great unit, absolutely love this. A little bit heavier, but very well balanced. That'll come into play a little bit later. We also carried the the Milwaukee Quick Lock, and I always put a 6 amp hour battery on this. This is super light, also very well balanced, but it was something we could grab onto and kind of roll through different areas that we didn't have to have a lot of different we didn't have a lot of landscaping to go around. We just needed to pull out something quick, light. Battery on here lasted for maybe half the day. So it was something that if you didn't have a lot to do, you grabbed onto this. It was lighter and easier. I'll change this up a little bit because of the sun, but now we are carrying the dual battery M18 string trimmer. And we're also carrying, again, the Quick Lock, but we're carrying an extra battery for the single because most of the time that will get picked up over top of this guy. I do have the shoulder strap on here, and I'll demonstrate this a little bit. When the shoulder strap is on, it's balanced sort of for us, but if you're going to string trim, and this is why this is here, we are completely out of battery, so I'll have to charge this up. You feel like you have to use your knees a little bit to get into different places, move this around. It doesn't give you, it gives you a swing, so if you reach out further, it brings it up. You kind of have to move with it. Not a big fan of this, but the weight of this is what makes us carry that with this strap. It is heavy, and in many cases not balanced real well, and I think that's one of the reasons that it doesn't get used as much. It also likes to eat battery if you're really into it, and that's why we like this. Power on this is equal to or better than the KM131R. The other thing that we've been trying is the new blower. That's 650 CFM. It's less CFM than our Stihl, and we do a lot of blowing. We do one bank that we work on has a large 1 acre parking lot, and that guy will chew up a lot of batteries. So we'll usually go through very easily 4 12 amp hour batteries before the day is over. And that brings me to kind of where this is all leading me. So in the past, we lived off of this 1.25 gallon gas can, which actually held a little bit more. And what we'd end up doing is every time we stopped at the fuel station to fill up the lawnmower, which was about 3 full days of work, we would then come back and fill this up and add a gallon to it, put some oil into it. It gets full over time if you don't use it, and sometimes you didn't fill it up, other times you did. At this point in time, it is completely full, but that worked. It got us through 3 full days, it felt like. Sometimes it was less if we ran the mower more, sometimes it was more if we ran the mower less. It just worked. Now we are using this pack out 6 battery charger, and that is taking care of basically our blower, but we're not getting through a full day with the blower. That's one of the downsides that we have. So between the blower and the dual battery string trimmer, we have this full. That doesn't even account for the 1 battery that we were carrying for the single battery string trimmer. So to make sure that we're getting it through the full day, we had to kind of up our game. So to get through a day, we need more batteries than the 6 bank rapid charger will get through, and I don't want to rapid charge the batteries all the time, so bringing in the Milwaukee Carry-On, which is a slower charger. That's going to be able to take care of the extra battery that we have for the string trimmer, and also if we take on another handheld blower, which would make sense. So that gives us 10 batteries that we have, but we're still running short on this blower. So we picked up 4 more 12 amp hour batteries that will give us a little bit of backup. We won't go through 8 full batteries on this unless we have a big day. We would in the fall, there's no doubt. When the leaves start falling, this guy on high runs about a half hour. And I don't have these batteries unboxed yet, simply because I need to mark them. I know some people will talk about how long batteries last, and I need to come up with a better way than a paint marker to etch these. So I'm gonna actually etch in the dates they're opened and where they're used. That way I will know exactly how long each of these last, because you're gonna be discharging and charging them up on the daily. So the one option we have here is a deep cycle battery inside our trailer. We could put an inverter on that and then run our charger on that all the time. The downside to it is that this guy is charged through the truck through a very, very small 10 amp wire. That's not going to give us enough power. So we'd actually have to hook larger cables from the truck into the battery here in order to keep that charged, because we're not trailering all day, and as soon as you turn the truck off, the power from the truck stops, and we don't really probably have enough batteries even in the truck to keep an inverter rolling all day. It just seems to cost more and more money to try to charge these batteries on the road. So our system has come down to charge everything back at the shop, carry the Carry-On with us, because we can hook up to something and charge all 4 batteries at the same time, albeit slowly at a client's place if need be. Unlikely, but if we had a side job or something weird, we could also connect to it and get power. So I like that idea of carrying 4 batteries with us with this Carry-On. We probably will not carry the 6 battery charger with us, although it would be smart if you're going to plug in somewhere, because it is a rapid charger. I don't think we'll need it with the extra batteries. It just seems like we need to remind ourselves to bring everything out of the trailer in charge, or plug the trailer in at night when you want to charge all this stuff and just keep it in the trailer. It can be complicated switching over from gas to battery, and it can be expensive. I'm going to kind of try to chronicle you guys and let you know how it's going. So far, lots of money out in batteries, great performance out of some things, a little bit heavier than what we're used to. The backpack blower in itself is one that is so ergonomic that I do not miss or worry about the extra weight of the backpack blower over top of our 800X. Simply don't. This guy is amazing. It is light on power, especially compared to the 800X. When you are trying to blow something in a large area in a parking lot, this guy likes to be a little more dedicated area where the 800 would move a lot of material very easy. Not so much here, but our clients have commented that it is a lot more quiet when they're trying to have meetings, especially at the bank office. So pluses and minuses. I'm super interested in your thoughts, positive or negative. It doesn't matter to me. This is what we're trying. We're trying because other people are going to be trying this also, and it's a great experiment that we can put out online. Tell me your thoughts. Don't hold back. Leave them below in the comments. As always, we appreciate your time. Give us a like in this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again. Have a great day.